Well, good morning, friends. It is Sunday, December 18th. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody. We have been sadly away from YouTube, taking care of other projects and things around the house and issues with properties and things like that. And so we are actually headed down to Northport, Florida to see our dear friends Fred and Jody. We will be picking up my buddy Dave, who lives close to our house, and we will be bringing him with us. Dave also has been busy and has not touched his TR6 project either. So today we get back on the horse, so to speak, and we will be working on the cooling system again. We are actually going to take the water pump off, or water pump housing, water pump out, and we are going to power wash and try to get any of the remaining, what we believe is either sludge or rust that's left in the block out. This is our last opportunity to try to do to regulate the cooling system without having to take the engine completely apart. We have flushed it multiple times, and that does seem to have helped to eliminate some of the issues. And so we're hoping today this power wash that we're going to do will dial it in perfectly. So again, we apologize. We haven't posted any videos lately. It's just been a crazy year. Hurricanes coming through, and as all of you know, Fred and Jody had a lot of devastation down in their neck of the woods where the hurricane came through, and they are in the process of trying to put their property back together. And we will see some of their progress today at their home as well. So here we go, back to the projects. Well, here we are in gorgeous Northport, Florida. It is a very crisp morning here at Fred and Jody's, and as you can see, Fred and Jody have been doing a lot of work on their property since Hurricane Ian, and they really dolled it up, and the grass is growing over here. And we are here. We've got Dave here today. We got Fred here. Well, Fred, what's the plan of attack today? It's been a while since we posted something, so.
Well, I think today what we're going to do is we're going to blast the head out with a pressure washer, leave it on the block, get rid of the water pump housing, take that off, get the radiator out.
Okay.
And I got a pressure washer set up outside. We're going to try to figure out why we're getting a little bit overheating in the head. I think it's coming from that.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and blast it out and clean it up the best we can, and then.
And I see you've got one sitting here. Is this here just as an example to see the ports and everything, or what's the?
Yeah. I just wanted to, so we all got an understanding. It's like you can see the water jackets. These are where the head bolts go in, and then you've got the water jacket ports here, right?
Yes, I see.
And
so our theory is that they may be gunked up a little bit in there, and that might be what is causing some of the overheating.
I think so. The water, the way it travels through the head, it goes into this square port right here.
Okay.
It goes into here.
Okay.
Flows through, and then it comes out this other port.
The exit port. Gotcha.
Just like the book shows.
Uh-huh.
In and out like this.
Oh, I see.
So that's
okay.
That's where we're going.
Okay.
And
now, are you going to try to blast water through that opening on? Can you actually see that once the water pump is off?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, once we take the water pump housing off, that's what this is right here. Once we get that off, and then we're going to have those two ports exposed on the block, so we can flush in through one.
Gotcha.
And then
Gotcha. So that means that the radiator's going to have to come out, all the radiator hose, the radiator support, water pump housing, belts.
We're going to leave the water pump there.
We'll leave it there. Okay.
It doesn't have to come off.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Because there's three connections here.
Mm-hmm.
One, two,
I see.
three.
Yeah.
And the water pump sits on the other side, is not in the way of anything.
Okay.
So we'll leave the water pump where
Cool.
it is.
Well, this is an exciting day, and hopefully we'll have time to do that. Get some crud. I guess we'll see if crud comes out of it, because it'll come out the other end, or through the bolt on.
It'll come through the front. Hopefully, what we want to see is gunk coming out.
Yep.
And because this motor's been sitting for a long time, and even though it was running well, really remove the head. That would be the last resort.
Gotcha.
But obviously, if this doesn't work, then we'll have to do that.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay. Well, we've got the car out, and we'll start taking some of the things off of it. We'll take the radiator and the hose and the fan, get all that out. So we'll have a little room to work. Here's the pressure washer. And boy, what a stunning day today. Absolutely gorgeous day. All right. I got Fred and Dave taking apart the radiator supports. Cole's watching intently, learning. Okay, so we've got radiator out, hoses out, and Fred's working on one more bolt here in the back. We're getting ready to take the water pump housing out, our little makeshift parts table over here, and things are going along nice and splendid.
Real.
Hey, listen, I'd rather be lucky than smart any day. Right, boys? Here goes. Fred, don't do that. Don't do that again. That looks pretty clear that's coming out of there. Here, hold this, Cole. All right, good.
Oh, look at this.
There you go.
Look at this.
Blood's coming out.
Oh, just now on video.
Look at all that shit coming out of this. Nasty sludge.
Reposition.
Okay.
Hang cover. I'm going in the other way.
That's the way you did it the first time, and it was pretty clear. The other port that was...
All right.
That's a little better. It's still milky, but it's a little better. Oops. That's not supposed to happen.
All right, Dave. Well, we got some sludge coming out of there. Do you see that sludge? Now, Fred, was the sludge coming out when you were putting it through the intake or the out? And so the intake going in, the out, the port going out is where we got a lot of the sludge. I did feel there's some rust in there. I don't know if you can see, there's some rust residue right here. That's all coming from the engine. So definitely with some stuff in there clogging it. We're gonna do it a little bit more, see if we can get this dialed in a little bit better. So we're gonna try it again. What are you trying to do right now with the coat hanger?
Trying to feel if we have resistance to a blockage.
Okay, and trying to maybe loosen up something in the process.
Yeah.
Maybe if you've got a blockage there, try to use that to try to loosen it up some. We've also noticed a fair amount of sludge every time we fill it and refill it, drain it. There's always a fair amount of sludge at the bottom, which we believe is rust. Well, Fred, what did we discover?
We had an obstruction in the port in the head, and it's through. There it goes.
Yep, all the way through.
I don't want to lose it.
Look at that.
That's to our obstruction where it was.
Yep, that's where the
Our
obstruction was.
right here.
So what next, Fred? We'll do some more high pressure water to see if we can see if anything flies out.
Yeah,
Gunk flies out.
We'll do that, and then we also want to blast through that housing.
Just make sure, see if there's anything in there,
Yeah.
in the
Blast through that
water pump housing.
radiator also.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. It's good news. Good news. Well, good morning. We're back here at beautiful Northport, Florida, down here with Fred and Jody, and this is going to be the final installment of this video. We've made some discoveries that Fred found on our cooling issue. And speak of the devil, Fred Schmidt, how the hell you doing?
Hi there.
So where are we at here, Fred? You discovered some stuff after our last trip down.
Yeah, we had an overheating problem with the engine, and when I had a spare head over here on the table.
Okay.
I was looking at that to see where our passages were and everything else, and bring out the big light here.
So this has kind of been our go-to when we couldn't really figure out why we were having flow problems there.
There's an opening right here,
Yes.
right there,
Right.
where my screwdriver is.
Yes, I see it.
We had trouble cleaning this opening out up here,
Sure.
but that's taken care of now.
Right. We got that last
We
time
got
I was
that
here.
last time. But then there was this. And on Cole's car, when I went to Cole's car and took a look, that opening was not obvious.
In fact, it was non-existent.
It was
If
non-existent.
I remember correctly.
So
Oh yeah, now you can see the one in the bottom there. Is that the one that was non-existent,
this
Fred?
is the one that was plugged completely.
Completely plugged.
So
And then you were able to unplug the one on the top. That was no problem.
Yeah,
You
we
got that.
we already got this one.
So even with us unplugging the one in the top, with that one there being plugged, we still would have overheated,
Right,
theoretically.
theoretically.
It would have taken a little longer, but we would overheat it. And then tell me what you did to test that to make sure that was running smoothly. What did you do to test that hole to make sure the water was coming through?
I ran a copper wire through it, and
Okay.
I had trouble getting through it, obviously. First, I dug it out with the screwdriver at the very opening, but
Right.
everything was plugged in there, so I ran a copper wire, heavy copper wire through there, snaked it on through.
Right.
And then what I did was I took off the heater valve right here,
Yeah, I see it, yes.
and I poured some water in that,
Right?
and it came out the front,
No shit.
out of that opening.
That's great. That's great. So today, what's the plan for today? We're back today, and we're about ready to put this thing together, but we want to do one more thing. What's that, Fred?
We're gonna go ahead and flush it out from the heater valve
Okay.
to the front.
Okay,
We'll
so
try
we
to
can get
blow
more
it out,
gunk.
and we're gonna try to get some more gunk out of there, and then
We're going to use high pressure or regular water? What are you thinking?
we'll start off with the hose and
Okay.
see what we can get out through there. I do
Okay.
have a pressure washer that we can use if we need to.
Okay.
And then once that's flushed out and I feel that we have good flow, then I'm gonna put everything back together again
Gotcha.
and run another chemical through there to clean the system out,
Okay.
and hopefully, keep fingers crossed, we'll be good to go.
Well, listen, we were down 2 passages, and now we're up 2 passages.
Now we're
So,
up 2, so-
all right, great. Well done, Fred. Thank you. All right, Fred. So we just did our first run with running some water through a nozzle on the hose, and man, the sludge that came out of that was like a kind of a brown, milky substance. We continued to do that until it was clear. Now, Fred, what do you have there? Is that the enforcer or what?
Yeah, this is gonna be, we're gonna run it through here at the top part. And
Right.
we'll do that while you put some water through that opening.
All right, let's do that then.
Yeah, remember that?
Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Coming out clear now. It's a lot clearer that time.
Little bit clear, but still more sludge coming out.
All right, Mr. Schmidt, what have we discovered?
Well, we've discovered that now the passages are running clear. We used a pressure washer to hit the port where the heater valve sits and blow everything to the front. In this one here, we have two passages go through the head. A bottom one which was plugged before and the top one which was plugged before.
And correct me if I'm wrong, we basically, that's at least 50% of the passageway that was completely blocked.
Yeah, because the only other passageway there is this one on this port here. There's a hole right there, and that goes down into the block.
Right.
So
So the block was cooling, but the head wasn't.
yeah, but all the heat's in the head, right? So,
Exactly. And these passages come right off of the pump, water pump.
yeah.
So
One is, yeah, the water pump circulates that, so that's what we had. So we're clear now. So
I'm going to call you Fred the Sleuth. The Sleuth.
well, as long as we don't have to pull the head off because the car runs good. So
So Fred, in your expert opinion here, is this indicative of a vehicle that has sat for 25 years and not been run?
yeah.
Have you seen this before in cars that have sat for a long time?
Yeah, cars that have sat for a long. What we tried to avoid here is because the engine was running well.
Right.
What we tried to avoid was tearing the engine down.
Right.
Because we're on a limited budget here, so if we can clear it, cars that have been sitting for 25 or 30 years.
Right.
And I'm doing a resto. I always rebuild the engine, but then people expect that. Here, we're trying to get by with what we have.
Right, right.
And
Since Cole's on a limited budget,
yeah, I mean, you know.
the piggy bank is empty. So, well, Fred, that's exciting to see that. I got some video of that, and the final time you ran it through both ports, it was nice and clear. So,
That's good.
job well done. We'll know for sure next week once you get it, everything hooked back up and take it for a test drive.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and bolt all the pieces back on it, put the cooling system together, and then I'm going to run another motor flush through it.
Right.
And we'll follow the directions on that.
Right.
And then we'll get the flush through it, and then we'll probably flush it out a few more times just with water while we have the car running and everything.
Right.
Now that we've got circulation.
Great. Well, fantastic. This took about a month's worth of time of a little bit of here, a little bit of there, but it was well worth it because I think it's going to flow properly now. So, well done, Fred. Good job.